Everyone, it's Book, and yes, you guys asked and I caved in because I have no sense of control, and welcome to another What's on my phone video. The reason why I'm doing this is because I did get a new phone, which is the iPhone 16 Pro. Watch all my viewers turn against me with this decision. And a lot of you guys were actually curious about how I set up my iPhone to make it super useful and functional and clean looking at the same time. Alright, first, let's talk about why I bought an iPhone in the first place and betrayed my fellow Android users. Okay, well, first of all, I didn't betray you guys. I still have my old Samsung Flip. I just need a new phone with a good camera since I started to be a bit more active on my socials, and I also needed a phone with a better battery because my battery on the Z Flip 5 is just really horrible. But yeah, the specific model I got is the iPhone 16 Pro. I didn't get the Pro Max because I just didn't find any reason why I would need it. Just mainly bought it for the camera, and I don't really need a bigger screen. I got it in space black, or I don't know how you call it. I'm just gonna call it black. I don't really care if I'm getting the name wrong. And I'm going to be honest, the matte black is just really clean, and I love the flat sides of the phone. I know Samsung is now in on it, but overall it's just a clean phone and I have to appreciate it. Alright, opening my lock screen, this is what you see when you open my phone. You have a couple of widgets as well as this wallpaper that I have. If you guys are wondering, I made this wallpaper myself, and if you guys want to check it out, just head down to the link in the description. It's just a really cute doodle that I made paired with the iPhone filter to make it black and white so the colors don't pop out that much. As for the widgets we have is the date and time, but I also put my Gmail notification on top just because I always receive emails every day and it's imperative that I always check my email from time to time. I usually receive a lot of brand deals or collaborations, so it's important that I see it in my notification. The widget below is the akiflow widget, where it just tells me what event is upcoming, so it's very useful whenever I have classes for any events that I have to go to. And beside it is my phone battery and the battery of my Bluetooth devices. For my quick access buttons, I have on the left is the silent mode button. I find myself having to mute my phone a lot of times since I don't like having to do that one gesture to open the control center just to have it here on my lock screen. But you might be asking, Kai, don't you have a dedicated silent mode button on your phone? And well, I actually remapped it to opening Spotify. I'm just someone who really loves listening to music, and I just like having it in one click so that I don't have to go through my phone, and to open it, I just have to press the button to open Spotify. The other button that I have is weirdly the data button. I use to turn on my phone data because I always go out and I want to make sure that my phone data is always on. That's why I put it on my quick access button. Now you might be asking why I removed the camera shortcut, and it's because since this is an iPhone 16, I have the new camera button right here. So instead of using the camera shortcut, I just use the camera shortcut button on the iPhone to open my camera. I mean, if I'm going to have a button there, then might as well. Alright, moving on to the main home screen. I will not go through every app I use. However, I will be just going through what I have on my main home screen, starting with the widgets you see here. I've mentioned this app so many times, but the first widget you see is this workout tracker app that I've been using called Heavy. And this widget tells me the days I've worked out, as you can see on those white circles, as well as the duration and the total volume I've done. Since fitness is a very important part of my life, this app is really quite important to me since it tracks my workouts and there's no ads as well. It's basically a very simple workout tracker, and it's just really well optimized that I've been using for a while now. Oh, and I've been following your advice from you guys. I started doing progressive overload and I've lessened the reps now, and I've been noticing a lot of improvement to my workouts. Anyway, just saying. The next widget on my home screen is from Awesome Habits. Now, I'm not really dead set on this app since I'm just using this to track my habits. I haven't really found a minimal habit tracker until I saw this, but like the name suggests, it's a habit tracker that tracks your habit throughout the day and has this really cool percentage that shows you your percentage of your progress throughout the day. It's really cool because the widget shows you the different icons and habits that you have, and all you have to do is click on it to progress on the habit without really having to enter the app, which I find really cool. Now, moving on to the apps I have on my home screen, obviously I won't go through the details of each of them, so I'll just go through them briefly. First is akiflow, which is coincidentally today's sponsor. However, I will go through them later in the video. But I do generally use akiflow. It's essentially my calendar planner and my to-do list all in one app. The next app we have is my photo editing app, which is Lightroom. I find it the best photo editing app in terms of color grading just because there's no ads. It's very simple and it's very straightforward to use. Money Manager is my main money manager app that I use to track my finances, to track all of my accounts and everything, my budgets. I did see a lot of comments asking me how I manage my money, so if you guys want to have a video, do comment down if you do want to see that in the future. Next we have is Heavy, which was my workout app that I just mentioned a while ago. And finally, we have the money apps that I mainly use in my life, which is PayPal, Maya, Gcash, and BDO Pay. I really sounded Filipino there. For my quick access apps, first I have is DJI, which is the app that I use to control my DJI camera. I've been using their Osmo cameras mainly to vlog, and I find that the app is actually really useful, especially when I'm recording myself. I can use the phone as a separate monitor, and I can control the camera from my phone as well. Next we have is Instagram and TikTok. I don't really have to explain it, but I do post time to time, so I do have to have that on my quick access bar. And finally, Studio YouTube app, which is the app that I use to track my YouTube channel, such as this one. Alright, moving on to the control center, or I don't know how you fucking call this page. I'm just gonna call it widget center. I just have 5 widgets that are used to give me information, starting with the grab widget. As someone who uses taxis quite often in the place where I live, since we don't have a car, whenever I'm in a rush and I do need to book a taxi, I just use this widget for that. I can just press home or work, which is assigned to my school, or the mall where I go pretty much every time I hang out with my friends. The next widget we have is from Akiflow, which is coincidentally today's sponsor. Now, in terms of scheduling my exams and tracking my to-do lists, I personally don't like having the hassle of having too many apps. And this is where Akiflow comes in. Akiflow essentially solves that problem of being a great all-in-one to-do calendar app where you could have integrations from the apps that you use. For example, I'm someone who uses Notion and Google Calendar, and I kind of want to have everything all in one place, so I just end up using Akiflow. It's where I track all my to-do lists and my projects as well as my calendar, and to have it all in one app is just, I don't know, super convenient. I've been using this application for almost a year now, and they've been consistently updating this app with new features, and they even added AI as well. They have features such as having a to-do list system with an Eisenhower matrix, and you can even add your goals and you can even drag them onto your calendar. You even have a morning and night ritual that can help you set your day right. I'll pretty much show you guys how I schedule my week or my day. Even if you don't use Akiflow, I think you can still get a thing or two from watching my demo. Right, so right now we're in Akiflow. Today is 12th of the February, and yeah, this is what it looks like. So this is your calendar area. This is synced with your Google Calendar, and on the left you have is your tasks. So you have your inbox, which is pretty much every task you have. You have your tasks due today. You have upcoming, which you can see in days, weeks, and months, which is really useful if you have projects that are due in weeks or months and not necessarily in days and you don't really have a deadline for it. And you can even check all of your tasks right here. And what's cool is that with your tasks, you can even give them different priorities. So low, medium, high, or goal. You can even have different tags for your different tasks. And not only that, if you have multiple projects as well in your life, you can even have that over here. You can even assign them different emojis and colors, and it can make it look more organized. And what's cool about Akiflow is you can simply just drag the tasks onto your calendar. So for example, this YouTube video I'm going to be working on tomorrow, so I'm going to be putting it here from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. What I love about Akiflow is that you can check your statistics of your schedule, and you can even have a shutdown routine. Your shutdown routine is essentially where you shut down from the day and you check what you've accomplished. You can even rate your day. So today it's been pretty chill, so I'll just put them in the middle and I'll plan tomorrow, and it will show you the next day. And you can drag any task you have in the inbox or in your schedule into your own day, which is pretty cool. So I'm pretty much ready because I set everything here. So I'll just press ready to shut down. And there we go. All done. It's time to relax. So Akiflow is a really good way of really showing you when you're done or when you aren't. And you can even shut down for the week. You can shut down for the week, or you can plan for the week if you're that meticulous. But yeah, that's pretty much how I schedule my day. I don't use Google Calendar anymore. I pretty much just use Akiflow. So if you guys want to try Akiflow, just click the link in description if you want to try it. Anyway, back to the video. Next we have is the time screen widget. I have this showing my time screen because I like seeing how many hours I spent on my phone. because typically sometimes I don't realize I've spent hours and hours on my phone. Having this widget just there makes it easy for me to really see the consumption that I'm doing with my phone. Beside it is the battery widget again, which shows me the batteries of all the Bluetooth devices that I've connected to this phone. But yeah, I hope that quenched your interest on what's on my iPhone. I'm actually considering doing a video on a comparison between using the iPhone versus my Android phone, which one is better, and as an Android person, how switching to iPhone really felt like. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to drink your water. Bye!